Alright, so we hopped in a two-man just to get a little bit more value for you guys. And what do you know? We won the die roll again, so it's just our day, I guess. And we have ourselves a keeper for sure. I'm just gonna play. Oh, oh, I see. A little awkward with the whole no red source thing, but we can Thought Scour on our upkeep if we don't like the card that we see off Delver. Just waiting for opponent to. Okay. One Delver is always good. If we had multiply that and we had like if our hand was exactly the same but had the black source we needed and maybe one other card, even if it was just land, like I think we would have done pretty well. All right. Burn. If it's burn, then I'm pretty happy to be playing Delver Secrets. Yep, it's not burn, but burn, zoo, they're all the same thing. So pretty great that we got land on turn 1, and looks like we're gonna have basic on turn 2 as well. Do we want to Thought Scour this away? No, we want the red source. My question is, what do we play here? If Young Pyromancer lives, we get to clog up the ground pretty well. Otherwise, Serum Visions try to draw us into something. I'm just gonna play Young Pyromancer. If he plays like what's Blazing Searing Blaze, I'm gonna be upset. But other than that, I'm not super concerned. Even if he just bolts it, like it ate a bolt, so that's fine. And we can play a lot of spells next turn. Huh, didn't dig up planes. Interesting. Oh, he didn't have a fetch. Okay, so Young Pyromancer ate a bolt, which is fine. Oh, sweet, we got a bolt of our own. My question is whether it's worth it to just kill that Nacatl right now. He did leave a green, which either means he has nothing or he has, like, vines. If he has vines, we're just unhappy no matter what, so I guess we can wait till combat. Or even just mutagenic growth, but at least with mutagenic growth, if he plays it on Electrolyze, we still got to draw our cards, so I like that. Nope, he had nothing. Beautiful. Could not have gone better. I mean, it could have gone better if he didn't bolt our Pyromancer, but, it's a figure of speech. Alright, had a little bit of a disruption there, but we're back. So, wow, this is nice. I like this. Ooh, I like that even better. Uh, yeah, I think just getting back our young Pyromancer is probably ideal. So let's attack here. Because especially if they're just going to clog up the ground with guys, if we do the same, like, if we can, because we can play young Pyromancer and cantrip, or bolt, or whatever needs to be done. And then if we draw on a second land, we can go Young Pyromancer and then do 2 of these things at once, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm just going to do this main phase so that he can't mess with it. And he can't grow it and gain life and all that shenanigans. This is kind of strange. This is a weird start for a zoo deck like his. Like, why does he have Scavenging Ooze in the main? If I were him, I would not have done that. I don't think that was the wisest choice he could have made. Like, Serum doesn't be able to draw a land. You're a Mag Angler, huh? Interesting. Serum Vengeance is great, however, we already have so many cantrips in hand. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put it on top underneath this Lightning Bolt. Although I guess that means I'm not likely to draw a land. But I guess that's not the end of the world. I was really hoping to draw a land there so I could get a couple of elemental tokens instead of just one. But who knows? Opponent's been playing, I would consider rather strangely so far. Like, with this deck you want to be playing like turn 1 Wild Nacatl, turn 2 play Sacred Foundry or whatever, and what's the Monastery Swiftspear, and just bowl you. But Path, huh? I'm okay with Path. I mean, I guess it shuffles away our Bolt, but just a reminder, I didn't have to shuffle away our Bolt, but I'm okay with that, to be perfectly honest. Alright, so let's attack for 1. What do I want to do as far as creatures are concerned? My Thought Scour, I can't Tasker this turn. Actually, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sacrifice this Blue Delta. Dig up some land, it doesn't really matter what. I guess might as well be an island. Sure, why not? Why take damage you don't have to, right? Play Tassiger. Exile our entire graveyard, which might seem a little crazy, but considering the fact that we have double thoughts, and like this way we just can recur both as much as we want. Although I guess it means we can't really activate him this turn, doesn't it? Oh well. Because now he go Tasker, we can bolt his face, and he concedes. Right, I'm totally fine with that happening. So I'm wondering if maybe he's a budget build or of some kind. I don't really know, but Vampiric Link, we're gonna want those. We're gonna want Rough Tumble, Engineer Explosives, Spellskite, all that good stuff. Probably Spell Snare. These mana leaks are bad, especially on the draw. Dispels for sure. It's probably just about it, I would say. Got a couple of probes. What is it, 64? Jeez. Polygon's Command. Pretty okay card. Pretty okay card, he says, while cutting it. But, it's just expensive, and I think we can win other ways. We have more manipulative ways of winning this game. Got our third probe. Probes just aren't particularly fantastic. I really like Young Pyromancer this time, so I'm not going to cut it. Terminates are maybe a little expensive. So if you want to talk expensive, Murderous Cuts also not great. Like, they do get rid of creatures, but at a pretty significant cost. Trying to think here. Could always just cut like one angler or something. Electrolyze is actually fairly mediocre, I'll say. Maybe we just don't want that. Again, it's not a bad card, it's just that, yeah, he's likely to have a lot of X3s and stuff. Which I suppose is an argument to cut Forked Bolt, rather, but Forked Bolt we can flash back. Not, well, we can flash it back for cheaper, Cheap is important. Alright, so, see what Villain's up to here. Like I said, I think he's playing some sort of budget build. But if he does happen to have Eidolon, and we get to, oh, Jesus. And we get to draw our Vampiric Link, we're going to be pretty happy, because that's a pretty sweet little combo. This is not a keep. Just basics in the opener. Oh, there we go. Wow, just wow. Now we get a free black source, basically. And we still get to play Delver turn 1. Turn 2, we can either Thought Scour or Serum Visions, whatever is necessary. Got a bunch of Snapcasters to start generating value. We'd probably like a Bolt or something, though, just so that we can control her and, get some burn on our opponent. But other than that, we could just dig up like a Steam Bench, we'd probably be in super duper shape. And eventually another land, obviously, for Snapcaster, but for now we're doing well. Alright, champ, what you got for us? What are we gonna have to play against? Not Eidolon. We don't have the tools to deal with Eidolon right now. Godless Shrine. What are you splashing black for? Like, Abrupt Decay is my first thought, because what is in Legacy, but I can't imagine doing that in Modern. Like, there's just not really any point to that. Ooh, Bloodstained Mire, exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, so do we want to crack that first? Probably. I'm going to crack that for a Steam Vents. I'm going to crack this for a Steam Vents. Tapped. And we'll Serum Visions here. Okay, Forked Bolt I like, Young Pyrancer I like, and Scalding Tarn I like. So we'll put these on top like this, like so. So hopefully next turn we can play Young Pyromancer without getting in trouble for it. But otherwise, you know, that's okay, I guess. Huh, weird. He's gonna play Pyromancer. He has Burn Spell for it, we'll dispel it. And then we'll at least have gotten our one token before it dies. Alright, you gonna do something, or are you just gonna sit on my end step for 20 minutes? Oh, geez, he does have the Abrupt Decay. I think I'll burn a Thought Tower if that's the case. What to do with our mana? Second red would probably be good. Just in case. Yeah, we'll go for it. I'm not too worried about getting burned out hilariously, but, you know. I'm going to Thought Scour us just so that we get a token out of it. Get some amount of value. Engineer Explosives. Ooh, what fun. Now we can Flashback Bolt and... or just Serum Visions and all that fun stuff. So I think given the fact that he's at 20, I'm much more likely to Flashback Serum Visions here. I think I'll dig up Basic Island with this. We should leave most of the basics in our deck if we can, though. Just play around, and I can't remember names when I'm doing these videos, can I? Let's play around Path to Exile. But, you know what, in fairness, like, I'm trying to play this deck as best I can, while also explaining everything I'm doing, and also, you know, a lot of brain power being used here. It's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. Alright, so we're going to represent Bolt, obviously. Serum Vision's Delver of Secrets. Well, I like that a lot, especially... Oh, wow. So we represent Bolt and then draw it. How perfect. So next turn we can play Delver with backup and just... Ugh. So good. And it will immediately flip. So I am really happy with where we're at right now. Because we're sort of winning... We're winning the grinding game, and we're also just winning the straight damage game. So it's really hard to complain about that. But yeah, he is splashing Abrupt Decay. Man, he must hate counters. Like, if you're not trying to kill counterbalance, like, what's so special about Abrupt Decay? That's my question. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad card. It's a good card, but is it really worth splashing for? I don't know. Maybe he has some weirdo converge card. Converge. Maybe he just has some bizarre converge card. Okay. So if he's gonna play Rest in Peace, what is up with this guy? What is he doing? What is his plan here? I might want to just bolt him now. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. The reason I'm not going to do that is because we have explosives in hand, and we can just destroy that Rest in Peace on our turn, if we so desire. I'm going to wait till post-combat to see if I should do that or not. Okay, so we're going to protect that. We lose the Dispel, but that's, you know, not the world any stretch. Come on, there we go. So, yeah, on our turn, barring any unforeseen circumstance, we're just going to attack for 3, blow up the Rest in Peace, and move on with our turn. we're not actually going to blow up the Rest in Peace immediately, but we're going to make it look like... Oh, wait, whoops. That would have been bad. Red, blue. There we go. So yeah, so we still get to punish him as much as possible for peace. Because the only card that we exiled over him is Dispel. I mean, I guess if he has Croson Grip, I'm gonna be actually pretty excited. Like, if he if he has Croson Grip, I mean, there's no other targets in our deck except maybe Spellskite, but basically just, if he has Croson Grip, I'm fine with that, because that means he boarded in Croson Grip. Alright, so let's pop off this Rest in Peace, shall we? Oh, that kills our Snapcaster Mage. I don't actually care, to be honest. So yeah, Bolt, Snapcaster Bolt is our plan. So we're gonna deal 6 to his face and put a 2-1 on the table at his EOT. Pretty good. Pretty good. Wild Nicottle? Sure. I mean, I guess we have to bolt that instead of his face, but only one bolt has to hit the Nicottle. Oh, wait. Hang on. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Alright, so first bolt resolves. Snapcaster Mage. Second bolt resolves, or at least gets put on the sack. I do love this heart. Is he actually countering it? Oh, he's pathing us. That's fine. I don't mind a path. Because we still have Delver Secrets and we can set it up with Serum Visions anyway. Oh, Vampiric Link. A little late to the party, but I don't think he actually is. Like, this is a weird brew. Like, that is not what Zoo is supposed to look like. I don't know what he's doing, but it's like weirdo Zoo. Not Zoo, it's like 4-color non-blue control, which just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm not super excited about Scour, but because it flips our Delver, obviously we're playing it. I mean, I guess I could just wait for it to flip and then Scour in response to the trigger. I wouldn't mind that. However, if he kills our Delver... Oh, Siege Rhino. That's a card. So definitely putting Vampiric Link on that. Because Vampiric Link on that is basically just a removal spell. Like Doomblade +1. Vampiric that. So good luck dealing with that one, champ. I with that Siege Rhino all day. Do not care. So he's also splashing black for Siege Rhino, which that I can appreciate. But 4 is a lot for a Burny type deck like this. You know? Let's draw like Dispel or something. That's not Dispel. Dispel time. And you really suck at this, don't you? That's the shuffler for you. But, like, what do we care? We have a massive... Like, we can't get hurt by that Siege Rhino. So... I really just don't care at this point. If he plays another Siege Rhino, like, he goes up to 12, and that's it. I guess we just run our Elemental into his Siege Rhino to gain a buttload of life. I'd not be unokay with that. I think given our current situation, I'm probably just gonna link that as well. Well, actually, no, I'm not. So my thought process there was that I'd rather hold the bolt for his face, which is true. But it has another Siege Rhino, which is not impossible. and I'd much rather be able to have Vampiric Link to deal with it. Alright, another Polluted Delta. We continue to mill cards that we want into our bin. Alright, so I'm gonna just dig up our island here. I just don't want to draw any more stupid lands. Oh god damn, really? Can I hit our mountain? I think our mountain might be exiled already. Nope. Okay, so at least I can hit something with that. But like, my god. Just gotta keep staring back. Wait. 3 Gurmag Anglers, 1 Tassiger. Do I even have another Tasker left? I do. So thank god there's one more Tasker in my deck, because otherwise I would be upset. So basically the extra Tassiger just... That's going to draw us whatever cards we want. And the cards that we want is just burn. Just burn. Nothing else. What the hell? Murderous Cut? Murderous Cut's not that great, champ. Looks like that's what he's playing. Maybe it is a Tassiger. That's only 5. So, shit, he has Tassiger. Okay. Well, that's frustrating, but we still have Vampiric Link, so we still aren't super concerned. So the only way we could get True Justice is if we drew our Tasker here. Because I think our Tasker is just intrinsically better than his, because we have Burn. He more or less doesn't. Oh my god. So if at some point we do draw the 1 out of 20 Tasker, I guess isn't that likely, but like we have cantrips and stuff, we can get there. But like at the same time, just really want that stupid Tasker right now. I guess he can just keep cycling that bolt at us unless he mills something else away. Please mill something stupid. Oh great, lightning bolt or lightning helix. Well, you can have your bolt back, I guess. That's annoying. I'm probably gonna start attacking him now with the elemental that he has this Tasker soft lock on us. So it is worth noting that Vampiric Link doesn't... Oh wait, so I might be dead actually if I try that. Like I said, it's definitely worth noting that Vampiric Link doesn't work the way that I want it to. By which I mean, if you take lethal damage, you're going to die, because this is a triggered ability. It's not lifelink. So you have to actually be above 0 life to benefit from life gain, otherwise you just die. So for that reason... Actually, I am going to Murderous Cut, aren't I? Yeah, let's just see what he does. I think with both on the stack, I'm going to cut Tassiger. I think that's my plan. Use something else that's not burn. Wow, more fucking burn, huh? Alright, well... Helix it is, I guess. Actually, shit, why do I not have a stop in my end step? Oh god, if he wins... I mean, we're up a game, so it's not like this is the end of the world or anything, but... Abrupt Decay or Siege Rhino. Obviously, we're going to give him Abrupt Decay. Alright, so let's cut you. It's really annoying that he got his Taskers before we did. He currently has... Does he actually have 9 points of damage in hand? I think he only has 6 points of burn in hand, but that's actually enough to kill us because of Siege Rhino. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. He might not know that, though. He may not be aware of this fact. Oh. Oh shit, we gave him Abrupt Decay, didn't we? Alright, well, game 3. That was bloody annoying. Now that we know more about his deck, though, I'm a little more inclined to be quicker. To try and be a little quicker on the uptake and just sort of burn, just be the aggressor. Do we cut out any threats? No. Uh, so Engineer Explosives and Rough Tumble I'm a lot less excited by now, now that I know his game plan. On the play, Mana Leak could actually be pretty good. But let's legalize. What about you two? They still don't kill the creatures that I want to kill, so I'm just gonna bring in the other Mana Leak. It might seem a little too reactive, but just countering his big dumb threats could be the difference between a win and a loss. Those Vampiric Links actually maybe should have gotten taken out as well. You know. But I don't know, they make the game go longer, but at the same time, I don't think we necessarily want that. Jeez. Got a lot of basics in my openers today. Alright. And by basics, I mean mountains and swamps, not islands, because islands are fine. I don't mind a good island. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. Didn't really matter what we shuffled, because we're gonna Delta. Like, there's no way I wasn't playing Delta there. Do I want Watery Grave or Steam Vents? Very good question. In this case, probably Grave. Man, just hands that have, like, land land that can tap for blue, Seven's Delver, and just, like, any hand with that, unless it's, like, unless the rest of the hand is just lands, just 4 other lands, like, those hands just feel so good every time. Alright, let's blind flip this bitch. Not so lucky. Alright. So I think I'm just gonna Serum Vision. Gives us the best chance of actually flipping that Delver. This means we won't get a second land until, well, we could get it turn 2 actually. We can get it turn 2 and hopefully we will. Like, see, this is just such a weird start. Like, Godless Shrine into Crypt. Oh, damn. Well, Lightning Helix is a magic card. That much is certain. But I couldn't have drawn that land even if I wanted to. So I'm okay with drawing a turn, but not really two. Not good. So I think like just snap back a Serum Visions and then try to set up some Tassiger shenanigans. Because Tassiger is definitely a little harder for him to deal with than the rest of our threats. Not a lot harder, but a little harder. Excuse me. I just really don't understand this guy's deck. It's just kind of like 4-color stuff, the deck, but it's not even a good version. Blood Crypt, Steam Vents, Island Mountain. Looks like the most constrained color we have right now is black, so we could pay for the Blood Crypt, I suppose. Question is whether I'm snapping back something here. Probably. I wanna try and get the removal spells out of his hand before I play Tasker. So grab Crypt. It'll sting a little bit, but in the end we'll be fine. We can't block that line though, which is a shame. There it is. You know, at least we get to set up our hand the way we want it. Alright, what do we got? What do we have here? Forked Bolt and Gurmag Angler. Definitely don't want the Angler. Don't want this Bolt. Probably not, to be honest. It's not a bad card, but really, I don't know. I don't think I really want that. And like with Tasker, you'd want other cards of that type. Not with the graveyard this empty. Like if I had a bunch of Thought Scours, then I'd be happy to keep the Gurmag Angler because I could keep pressure on him, but not with the graveyard the way that it currently is. So barring whatever, we're probably going to try and play Tasker with Dispel backup, or Mana Leak backup. whichever is more possible. And if we're leaving anything in the bin, it's Serum Visions for now, because that just is the gift that keeps on giving. Do have to take a few from this Loam Lion, though. Such a weird deck. I just don't know how to feel about it because it's so strange. Oh, fucking Siege Rhino. Alright, so that's definitely problematic. We don't need to kill it now if we Tassiger, but it does cost 2 to Tassiger. We could play Delver of Secrets, and then, yeah. Oh, I guess this is our game plan, right? Okay with that, obviously. This way we get to hold up Dispel. Play you Dispel slash Bolt. Or rather, bluff the Bolt and hold up the actual Dispel. So yeah, if he just chains a bunch of Siege Rhinos together, we're never winning the game, but I'm surprised we're losing this game at all, to be honest. Like, I don't know, this deck, it just confuses me. Makes my brain all fuzzy. Alright, so he's gonna just attack with Siege Rhino. Totally down with that. It does mean he's probably gonna bolt, but that's what the Dispel's for, to be honest. Like, come on. We are down on the clock, which is obviously worth noting, but I don't think we're going to lose the time. I don't think this game's going to go that long. I mean, we're at 9 life. We'll just die before that happens. Path? Okay, Path is fine. Path I can dispel. I mean, he probably also has a burn spell. I wasn't sure. Like, with that many cards in hand, what am I going to do? Chump and take 4? Like, no, that's not a viable option. Because then we're just dead to the burn spells that he has in hand. At least this way, you know, he has to do something. This at least rips the burn spells out of his hand. Holy shit, another path? Really? God damn. Alright. Oh god, and we're gonna take the 5 anyway. That's pretty brutal. That is pretty brutal. Ugh, that's not 5, but it feels like 5. Oh god, is he gonna burn us too? Is he gonna bolt us on top of everything else? No, or at least not yet. Ape. Fucking hell. That's not good. That's not good at all. Thought Scour, well, you know, sometimes you get the breaks. Terminate has to immediately. There's no point even, like, pretending. Thought Scour ourselves. We're probably pretty dead. He's got 2/2/3s that we can't do anything. I mean, I guess I can trade off Aberration for one of them, but that only solves one. It only solves a portion of our problem. Like, I think we actually are losing this game. In an immediate sense, and in a long game situation as well. So I have to chump, unfortunately, because otherwise I'm just dead to bolt, which is not acceptable. Hopefully he plays like Siege Rhino here. Looks like Siege Rhino. Come on. Yeah, wow. Ask and ye shall receive, my friend. So we get to counter his Siege Rhino. We're going to filter a land deck. Because the difference between 5 and 4 is pretty insignificant. Oh, fucking... Alright, well now we're almost assuredly dead. There's not a whole lot of ways where we can win this. Like, if we immediately top deck a Tassiger and our opponent has nothing for the rest of the game, then maybe we can be okay. Is this a third Siege Rhino? Well, you know, they do say that they travel in packs. Just gonna pull the old tap concede here. Alright, well, that was kind of a disappointing end. So at least we got to see a kind of weird deck. Um, I mean, I'll go watch. I'm gonna go back and watch the video, but as far as play is concerned, I mean, I think sideboarding for game two was not great, just because I didn't know what he was doing. So, I mean, that doesn't mean I made a mistake. I mean, like, that was just an unfortunate series of events that happened. And as far as game three is concerned, maybe I should have done something differently. I don't know. I guess leave your suggestions in the comments, and I'll see what I think about them. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully.